What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta be real with you guys. It simply doesn't matter what any of these development teams do. Now, yes, I understand some people enjoy other developers more than others, and some people absolutely despise some development teams. But regardless of your opinions, when it comes down to Treyarch, Infinity Ward, or even Sledgehammer, it doesn't matter what happens, what they decide, or even if they do the best thing in the world for the game. Everything, and I mean everything, is always going to be overshadowed by the absolute BS that Activision brings to the table every single time around. But, ladies and gentlemen, before we go ahead and dive deep into the crap that is going on current day in Black Ops 6, if you guys are interested in more content just like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. I post daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern Time. Everything between Call of Duty and X-Defiance posted up on here. So if you want updates on the patch notes, how the game is going, what developers are doing, content drops, so on and so forth, you best believe I'll be covering it all here. And last but not least, if you guys are interested in any of my live streams, I will be live today over on Twitch, starting at about, I would say, 12 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you guys want to chat it up with me or even hop into the open lobbies, you guys can find a link to my Twitch channel down in the description of this video. Now, ladies and gentlemen, a little while ago, I put together a video about the cheating problem within Black Ops 6, because seriously, this game has the worst cheating issue I have ever seen in Call of Duty history. You know what I'm saying? And it has nothing to do with Treyarch whatsoever. This is, obviously all boils down to Activision, as it always does, because for some reason, they have a ridiculous hard-on when it comes to Ricochet anti-cheat. Now, I don't know why. It could be either because, it's cheaper for them, isn't it in-house as well? So it might be cheaper. That's probably why they don't have to, pay an extraordinary amount of money to, hold on to this, but correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know what the reason is, but for some reason, Activision loves this anti-cheat, and they hype it up 24/7. But if you guys remember my video from a little while ago, I ran into a bunch of cheaters, and I'm not one to accuse people of cheating right out the gate. It takes a lot, and I mean a lot, to get me to say, oh, this guy's cheating. But I got 3, 4, maybe even 5 blatant cheaters back to back to back, literally tracing you through walls, insta-locking the domes. I'm not talking about like getting good headshots. No, I'm talking about like literally it'll be 5 teammates scattered across the screen and he snaps to each and every dome and beams each. You know what I'm saying? Like very clear, obvious, blatant wall hacks, aimbot, all of the above, probably UAV hacks. They have everything nowadays. I had to put that video out because, it's a huge problem. But in that video, if you guys remember, I did say it's partially understandable because when the game first releases, typically the cheating problem is at an all-time high, right? You need to allow the cheaters to attack first, and then, you can obviously set up your defenses, you can understand what's going on, because at the end of the day, cheating and anti-cheat is always a cat and mouse chase. It's always going to be back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, The cheaters are breaking in, the anti-cheat builds up their walls again and fights them back. And then, the cheaters find another way to work around the wall and break back in. And then the anti-cheat has to go around and, fix back up the wall and push them back out. And the cheaters find another way around. You are never going to be able to keep them completely out of the game. And you have to think that cheating is a multi-million, probably billion-dollar business at this point, As crazy as it sounds, a lot of people cheat nowadays, they make a lot of money. I mean, these people who are providing cheats are driving in Lambos, okay? It's a massive business. People are cheating absolutely everywhere. So yes, there's always going to be that problem. But we are well into the life cycle of Black Ops 6, ladies and gentlemen. We are well into the life cycle. We are way past day one launch. They should have their defenses up and good to go. And here we are yet again, and it is just absolutely crumbling, guys. I am not touching ranked. I'm not even going to go close to ranked. And I highly suggest the majority of you guys stray away from ranked as well, because right now, it is an absolute cheating disaster. Every single pro you could possibly think of. I'm talking about pros, okay? Not just random people on the internet saying, oh, he's cheating, this, that. No. I'm not talking about, like I said, people who just accuse every person of cheating. No, I'm talking about real legitimate players who devote their lives to these games, are getting cheaters in their lobbies every single time around within the ranked experience. It's honestly embarrassing. As you can see right here from Spawn Up CDL clips, top COD creators are fuming about the cheaters in ranked play. Is this the worst it's ever been? And here's the image right here. This is the screenshot that Spawn Up posted of all the pros coming out and saying what they have to say. Sam saying my conspiracy is Ricochet never actually existed at all. Nadeshot said the cheating in ranked play on Black Ops 6 is the worst it's been again. I'm actually disgusted. Don't know how it's gotten to this point, but the game is completely chalked. Method says this is unplayable, LMAO. Fazuma says if you hack, you're a bitch. Especially all the weirdos on TikTok doing it live. Never seen so many oddballs. Jeremy said, dude, what a awful experience today. 16 out of 20 of my ranked games had hackers in it. Might already be chalked for me after 2 days. Chris saying, glad to see the anti-cheat is working as intended for everyone this morning. Jesus, man. Guys, it is bad. All you got to do is go on Twitter, scroll for a few minutes, and you'll see the clips. It's actually insane. And we're not talking about, on a rare occurrence, okay? Because, again, that's kind of understandable. Every so often, you're going to see cheaters because, like I just said in the beginning of this video, it's a multi-million-dollar business. A lot of people buy cheats, okay? You're bound to run into them eventually. But on an every single game occurrence is mind-boggling, especially when we are this deep into the game. They already had the initial drop, so the cheaters got in. They already got the information they needed, and now the cheaters are just back at it, but better than ever. And the worst part about it is that these aren't just cheaters who are, hiding and trying to, go through the ranked system. We're talking about blatant cheaters, ladies and gentlemen, okay? We are seeing blatant cheaters in every match that we find in Black Ops 6. I personally agree with all these pros here. I have never seen a worse time ever in the history of Call of Duty when it comes to the anti-cheat not functioning as it should be. Never. I've never seen it like this. Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare 2 2022, Black Ops Cold War Vanguard, Modern Warfare 2019. I think Ricochet came in with Modern Warfare 2019, didn't it? But I've never seen this many blatant cheaters. Usually it's like, maybe they're in for a week and they're blatant. And then after that, they leave. And then it's a bit more low-key. They're still cheating, but they're, staying on the low. They're trying to hide it. No, not in Black Ops 6. In Black Ops 6, these guys have no shame in the game. They don't care. Now, again, this could just be due to the amount of cheaters that are now cheating in this game, compared to maybe before, where there's probably less cheaters and they were a bit more low-key because they didn't want to get caught. But as this industry grows and more and more and more and more people start cheating, disgusting behavior, honestly. I'm sorry. If you're a cheater, you're a loser. But, obviously as it grows, that can make sense. We're going to see more cheaters. Obviously, that's how numbers go. But I still think it's just the lack of this anti-cheat. It is absolutely horrible. And Activision seriously has to get their head in the game when it comes to this garbage and drop the hard on for this absolute garbage anti-cheat. Even see this one right here. This is from Charles, and this is a fantastic point here. A professional CDL player decides to stop doing his job, which is grind, because the anti-cheat isn't working. This sucks, man. I really hope something is done about this. Imagine how many casuals decided to quit the game because of this. Great point. Honestly, fantastic point. If the people who literally devote their lives to this game, the people who literally, they play this 8+ hours a day because they literally make a living off of being a professional gamer. You can say what you want to say about it. I don't really watch too much esports or professional gaming. I just like to casually hop on the game. But at the end of the day, they devote a lot of time to these games. It's their livelihood. If they can't grind through these issues, if they can't grind through, this job because of the fact of, people cheating so heavily compared to ever before, what are the casuals going to do? People who don't have to play this game, These pros have to play it, right? They're probably under contracts with Activision, that they have to grind this out. And, of course, they have to practice for, future events and stuff, tournaments. But a casual who has no obligation to play this game, they can leave whenever they feel like it. The only thing holding them in is the fact that they possibly spent $70, unless they got Game Pass or something like that. But, the money they put into the game might keep them playing. But other than that, they have no reason to stick around, right? So it's sad to hear, but it's the truth. If the pros can't grind through this, the casuals definitely can't grind through this. And this is as bad as it's ever been. And I'm worried that a lot of people are going to start bouncing. I mean, maybe that'll be a good thing. Maybe it's a good thing that people start bouncing, right, ladies and gentlemen? Because Activision might finally step their game up and upgrade the anti-cheat. For once in their miserable lives, they might upgrade the anti-cheat. Isn't it amazing? I just had to say this. Isn't it freaking amazing that a company as big as Activision, with all that money, who just got purchased out by Microsoft with all of that money, refuse not only to do the anti-cheat, but also servers as well. All the things that would really improve the experience for probably all the players playing Call of Duty. They refuse to put money into it. I don't get it. I swear, they probably put more money into advertising every Call of Duty game yearly. I mean, think about it. Seriously, they have ads everywhere. Everywhere. Every major sporting event, every sports player, gets sponsored to talk about the new Call of Duty game. They probably sink so much money into getting people to talk about COD, play COD, and, showcase COD, compared to just giving us good servers and a good anti-cheat. Imagine if all that advertising money went into, making sure the anti-cheating servers were up to par with, current day standards. We would be cooking. And again, it sucks. It sucks for a lot of the developers because this is out of their control. They have no say in what servers they can, use, what anti-cheat their, game is going to be running with. They don't have any say. All they could do is just make the game and roll with the punches as the time goes along. And I want to end you guys off with one last post here that I saw from the Dynamite, because I almost forgot this was posted up by Activision here. And I'm glad that I saw it from the Dynamite here. Of course, if you guys haven't checked this person out, amazing content creator over on YouTube. But, he says comedians, and it's to a post that he showcases here, which is something that Activision posted up a while ago, saying, "Dear cheaters, we love games. It's our passion. We are honored to make games for the greatest fans in the world. We don't always get it right, but we are committed to doing our best. Cheating ruins the fun for everyone. No one likes a cheater. Our goal is to deliver a fun and fair gaming experience for our developers, for our fans, and most importantly, for Call of Duty players everywhere. Cheaters are not welcome. There's no tolerance for cheaters, and soon you'll know what we mean. Call of Duty." It's kind of funny that they say cheaters aren't welcome, there's no tolerance for cheaters, yet and still they falsely ban people 24/7 on this game all the time, giving people false flagged accounts, all this garbage. Yet there's people who blatantly cheat all the time on TikTok, on streams, that are maxing up on prestige. They've been playing the game since day one, and their accounts never, ever, ever get banned. It's so strange, If they actually had no tolerance for cheaters, maybe they would, start banning the right people. But this is just, it sucks to see this, man, because you could smell and see the finesse here. If this was actually a big deal to Activision, if they cared, if they really gave two craps, they would, one, make a really good anti-cheat, and two, bring it home to all the garbage, people out there who are producing these cheats. Why is it that there's still massive big-name cheating companies who literally thrive all the time? They've been here for years. These cheating companies have been here for years, and I'm not going to say Activision hasn't done anything, because they have. They have taken, other, cheating providers to court and shut them down. But we just need to do a mass wipe of them. You guys have money. At the end of the day, you guys just got picked up by Microsoft. Do you know how much Microsoft is worth? Okay? If you guys are really passionate, if this is your passion, if you mean that gaming is your passion, you would do what all of us can't. You would end this. You would end it all. You would take all of these losers to court. You would sue them all like no tomorrow, obviously for, exploiting your games and ruining the experience. I mean, it's costing you money. You would do that for us because it's something that we can't do. We don't have the money to do so. But with billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars, I mean, shoot, even these cheating providers who are making millions can't compete with that. I mean, like a penny. Your version of a penny can put these cheat providers in the dirt. So why not mass wipe them? Why take your time? Is it because you're making something out of this? Is it because a lot of the top tier people use some cheats potentially? I don't know what it is. I have no clue. But at the end of the day, they need to do something, and they need to do something now, because this is unacceptable, and it's ruining the ranked experience for a lot of players, and it's ruining Treyarch's, vision of the game. How can Treyarch cook up with a game when, you have Activision, once again, behind the scenes, screwing everything up? Like I said in the very beginning of this video, it doesn't matter what the development teams do, Activision is always going to have some horrible thing lingering in the background that is just going to make everything that the devs do irrelevant. But ladies and gentlemen, as always, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. I post daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern Time. And of course, if you guys want to check out my live stream, I'll be live today at 12 p.m. Eastern Time over on Twitch. Of course, you can find a link to that channel down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you all on the next one. Peace out.